Good morning and welcome to our premiere episode of the LaVille Experience. And today I have some guests and I'm going to let them introduce themselves and we're going to discuss a little bit of what makes LaVille so special.
I'm Michael Edison. I'm the principal here at LaVille Junior Senior High School.
I'm Jen Higley. I'm one of the science teachers.
And I'm Anevay Martinez, and I'm a senior here.
I guess I should say I'm Keith Burke, the superintendent here at Union North United, otherwise known as LaVille. And we're excited to be here for our first episode and excited to hear the great things going on here. Again, I've been here since January 8th, and I'll tell you, it's been a wonderful experience. Everyone here has been very welcoming and a great environment and great young people, and excited to work with the adults here. So, Michael, tell me a little bit about yourself. And Michael is our head basketball coach and the principal of the high school, which is unique. So tell me a little bit about yourself and also how that works.
Well, it's busy. I have 7 kids. I've got a little guy down to 3 years old, and I've got a daughter in college. But I've been at LaVille. This is my 17th year here, and I've just really loved it. Had just a great time, and came in here as a social studies teacher, and just have had the opportunity to just work with some amazing people. But being the principal of the past, this is my 5th year. There's some challenges. People always ask me how hard is it to be both the principal and the head basketball coach, and it does bring up some different challenges. But I work with such great people in the office. With us being a smaller school as well, we just kind of work so well together and just kind of read each other, and people step up during different seasons. I've got great support in the athletic department with Will Hostrauser, and I just can't say enough about just our teachers here, staff, but everybody, down to, I don't mean down to, but our custodians are great. Lunch ladies are great. I just have a great time with them each day. We were able to hire just about a year ago Mrs. Higley. She came to us from Concord, and I was just super excited to get her because she's just such a quality teacher, great teacher, but also even better person.
Awesome. Well, again, the things that I've seen, it's been, I think it impacts, in a positive way right now with you doing both. I see you very visible, see you around, and I think that's extremely important. I was fortunate enough to be both the athletic director and head football coach for a while, and even though my family may not have appreciated it, I think the rest of the school did. Again, you get involved, and it's a good thing. And they are 2 separate jobs, but they definitely work together. So,
right, I would agree.
Absolutely, Miss Higley, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Jen Higley, and this is my 2nd year here at LaVille. Like Mr. Edison had said, I had come from Concord. I'd been there for 16 years previously, and a year before I came over here, we had moved into the district, and it was a bit of a drive, but I was really just looking forward to kind of living in the district and my kids getting to go to school in the same district that we lived in, and then also teaching in that district. And so I made the decision to move over here, and I've been very happy since. It is a much smaller atmosphere, but I kind of like that. Everybody pretty much knows everybody over here, and it's kind of been a little bit interesting to kind of break into that, when you're kind of an outsider, but everybody in the school has been so welcoming, and it's really been great. I have 3 daughters, and my oldest is a junior here, and then I have an 8th grader and a 5th grader, and they're all involved in athletics, and so we're here all the time. And we like to support the students and all of the activities and things that they do here. My husband coached football this year, and so, we're just excited about being in the community and contributing to the students in the community here.
That's awesome. And what do you teach?
I teach biology.
Awesome.
Science, me. Yeah.
Great.
All right, so I am a junior, but I will graduate in May. And I've been here since 6th grade, and I think that my favorite thing about this school is definitely the staff and the teachers. They're all just so, welcoming, and it's so easy to form good bonds with them. And then, our athletics are amazing, and our athletic director is great. I've managed for track and wrestling, and I've loved it. So I'm here all the time as well, but I don't know, I like it here. A lot of students my age, they're iffy about school. They're not wanting to be here, but I don't mind it. I like being here. And then we have a really good culinary department, and so I'm with Mrs. McNeil for about 4 hours every day, and the experiences that we're able to get, it's amazing.
What
Earlier-
have been some things that you
Say.
guys have been able to do or go to or?
Earlier this year, she got the opportunity to take 4 of us to Chicago for I believe it was called the Fortune Fish Expo, and it was amazing.
Mhm.
I even tried caviar. Would not recommend it. It is definitely a required taste, not for me. And then we volunteer a lot. We volunteer at Cultivate once a month, and we're starting up at the Ronald McDonald House as well. And then we just get to go on like a lot of fun places. Like we went to K-Pot, we've gone to Wuchi's, just some fun stuff like that.
Mhm.
Great. Well, I've had the opportunity to have some of the food that the culinary arts have prepared, and it's phenomenal. And you guys do a great job. And again, you are right. You are here a lot because I saw you at the culinary arts in the hospitality room, and then working the concession stands with someone here at the game. So I do see you quite a bit, and glad that you're here, and glad that you choose LaVille because again, in this day and age, you can choose to go to school where you want to go. So we're glad that you choose here. What makes you LaVille unique? What makes it different? What makes it special?
I think what makes it unique and special are the experiences that are provided for the students, and just how welcoming everyone is here. Because it's not always like that with certain schools.
With the school of, again, 7 to 12 and as small as we are, you feel like the teachers really get to know you.
I think so, and I think it's really easy to form bonds with them too, and then you're not feeling like uncomfortable or like they're only a teacher. Like you can talk with them like you would a normal person.
Great. So what's your future hold? What do you think?
I really would like to go into real estate.
Okay.
Let's say that's my plan as soon as I get out of high school is real estate.
Awesome. And you're graduating early.
Mm-hmm.
Excited about that?
Oh, absolutely.
Awesome. And again, so you must have been able to take some extra classes, some additional classes to do that. So again, tailoring the education to you seems like something that the school did a great job with.
Oh yeah, LaVille is very accommodating too. Like we have like online classes, we have stuff that you can do over the summer, and we have our regular classes. So
Great. Michael, you have a big basketball coming up next week. We start our sectional. Just tell me a little bit about that. What are you thinking about the team, and how are we feeling?
Well, we we drew Jimtown, and Jimtown, I would say, probably the most talented team in the sectional. But that doesn't mean we played them the second game of the season, lost by about 16 points, which. Don't know if Jimtown's going to be watching this or not, but that doesn't bother me that we got beat. I think our guys believe we can win. I know we can, but I've also told them that there's not a team on our schedule that we can't compete with and we can't beat, but there's also not a team on our schedule that we can't get beat by. So we have to be ready. We have to be prepared. We've been throwing in a few new things, even though we have another game tonight. We're just trying to get prepped and ready since we don't have just a whole week to prepare. There's just some things we want to do just a little bit differently. And it'll come down to, like it does a lot of games, taking care of the ball, just getting good looks, good solid possessions, and then making, I always say, just making the other team earn it. If you can lower their percentage a little, make them shoot a poor shot, and then rebounding. But we picked up a good win the other night against a really tough South Bend, Washington team. So, do I think that, if you're on a winning streak of 5 or 6 going into sectional, that's the end-all, be-all? No. But I do think with young players, just a little bit of a boost. It helps them. It helps them to believe a little bit more. But we've had a couple of games this year where we've come back towards the end. So I think our guys, because they've experienced certain things, they believe, not just verbally saying it, but deep down believe and know that we can do it.
That's
so
great.
That'll be a tough challenge, that first game. And then after that, it's really anybody's. You got some other teams. You got a couple of teams that we beat earlier this year, but our I would call them scary type teams because one of them has a player back. They're playing better, but you just don't always know a mentality of a team this time of year, because some people are just ready to kind of, like seniors, kind of ready to throw it in, get senioritis, ready to be done. And then others are just ready for it not to be done, and they're going to do everything they can. So we've got some rivals in that sectional, but it should be a good one. So we're looking forward to it.
Sounds like fun, and hope we have a great turnout from our LaVille
Yes.
contingency there. It is at Jimtown, correct? Is where
Yes.
the sectional is. So I'll be over there Tuesday, and hopefully we play well. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Again, teaching 17 years at Concord before here.
I was there for several years in the middle school, and it was a great experience. But teaching middle school students and getting to move over here to where I have sophomores and some juniors and seniors now, it's definitely a different group of students. But I love it. I love the age group. I loved my years with middle school students, and everybody always says it takes somebody special to be a middle school teacher. I think it takes somebody special to be a teacher at any level, because you connect with that group of students, and so moving up in age group, it's been interesting to kind of see what makes them work best, and being able to work with them in the classroom. But it's really been a lot of fun working with the older students, and I can they're closer to graduation, they're closer to adulthood, so I can have real conversations with them about their performance in the classroom or their effort, kind of relate that more to real life, and they're closer to it. Some of them are working, some of them are experiencing those real life adult type things, and I really liked that part of working with this age group, just kind of connecting with them on that level.
And Mr. Burke, Jen might not tell you because she's extremely humble, but she also, when she originally went to Concord, and she held the shot put record for a long time, so she was a really good in track, and then she played college volleyball at Taylor University. So she's got some sports in her blood and has helped us some, and we'd like to continue to see her taking on some different roles. So she's very knowledgeable when it comes to that, and has a vast array of experience.
That's great, and that also, again, helps it when you're with your interaction with your kids. Again, knowing that you participated in different things and did things throughout school is important. And shot putter, huh?
I was, yes. I also ran. So funny little bit, I guess. My sister is younger than I am, and we both ran hurdles growing up. We ran through an AU track club out of Elkhart when we were little, all up through junior high. And then when I got to high school, I ran and I threw both shot put and discus, ran the 300 and the 100 hurdles. And then when my sister came into high school, she was faster than I was. And so I was like, I'm just going to step back and let you do your thing, and I'm going to go over here and do my thing. And so, yeah, it was a really good experience. I got to go to state my senior year, so.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. So she was pretty good. If you're going to the state, you're pretty good.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
I worked hard, I guess.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, hey, so it being at a larger school and then coming to LaVille, if you were to do a commercial today, what would be the selling point? If we're telling families why that they should choose LaVille, you've been at a larger school, and Mr. Edison, you have as well. So let's start with Jen. What would be your reasoning? Why would you choose LaVille over a larger school?
I think that we have more of an individualized path, as what Anevay had said. We have a lot of different options. It's not just a classroom option. If that's not what you need, then we can offer things like the Lancer Achievement Academy, or we can offer some online courses through, I cannot remember, like the high school connections through some universities. Yes. Because my older daughter is taking she took a science class last year, and then a math course this year. And it just seems like some options that we didn't have while we were somewhere else. Some things opened up, and My daughter goes to Plymouth for a portion of the day, taking some online courses and some in-person classes while getting dual credit too. So I think that there's a lot of opportunities more on like an individualized, what does the student need? What can we offer them? And here's your different options.
Great.
So.
Michael, you have anything to add to that?
Just that we have that small town feel and just a homey feel, and people know one another here. And I think some people like to be in a big city and they like the obscurity of things, but I like knowing people and just seeing kids in the hallway and pretty much knowing most of the kids' names. And we have that small school feel, but yet we also have, like Jen was saying, a lot of opportunities with our CTE programs. One unique thing I've noticed with LaVille, and I don't know if it's just a small school thing or if it's just unique to LaVille, but our students are very welcoming to new students. I've noticed at other schools, you're in a clique or a club because you have or you don't have. Not at LaVille. Now, it all boils down to whether or not you're a nice person, which I think, so, I walk into the lunchroom and I see all kinds of different socioeconomic backgrounds sitting together, and they're just all welcoming. You get a new student, we have such a great special ed program here, and those kids are included, and the kids, I'm pretty sure, doesn't Max Adkins sit with you at lunch?
Max Adkin does, so does Spencer and Carson. They're our best friends. We love them.
Right. And those kids just embrace all the other kids and are just welcomed into whatever it is that we're doing. And I just don't know that every school has that. And I just love that we just, the kids are so welcoming, and just, it's the people here that really make the difference for me.
Agree. And since I've been here, the people have been just wonderful. And our
I
students
wanted
as well.
to kind of piggyback on that, because that was one of the things that I remember going home to my husband after the first month or so of school, and I was like, you would not believe there's so many different kinds of students here, and they just fit in. And I know that everywhere you have, and I'm not saying everybody does, because I know that there are some that don't always feel that way, but you have kids that are involved in this club that, in my experience, generally weren't also involved in this club. You have your drama kids who are also athletes. And I just love to see the groups of students that we have and how they're just so intermingled in classes. I can ask anybody to work with anybody in my class and I never get any issue. Or I'll say, hey, choose a partner. And I'll be surprised sometimes that kid chose to work with that kid. But they mix in, and, they have their comfort groups, but they're willing to experience relationships with all groups of students in class. And so that's really been exciting to see. I wish we saw more of that in the world around us, but it's right here.
Especially right now. We
absolutely.
need it, for sure. Anevay, what about you?
I just love LaVille. I came from a school in South Bend, and it was very much like cliques. Like, there was this friend group and there was that one, and they didn't combine. But here you can talk with anybody, you can get along with anybody, and it's not hard to make new friends. If I came here as a junior, if I came here this year, I would feel welcomed, and I would feel like I could put myself out there and make new friends, which at other schools I don't think that I would be able to.
That's great. That's great. Well, we're getting close to wrapping up, but one thing I do want to ask you guys is, what does it mean? We're calling this the LaVille Experience. What is the LaVille Experience to you? What does it mean, the LaVille Experience?
Anybody want to start?
Whoever wants to go first.
Put us on the spot.
The one question that I told him I was going to ask him before is the one question that we're going to struggle with.
How to put it in words? It's just it's a small but very welcoming group of individuals that I think those that are here that work hard every day absolutely believe in the mission, to work with these individuals to make them contributing members of society, and just the small town open arms welcoming community.
I just love seeing successes. So, I just love working with students. That's one of the things that I really miss being in a classroom, but I get a little bit of that with coaching, being in the cafeteria, some in the hallway, but I just love interacting with the students. I love seeing successes. I love seeing growth. And to me, that just is what makes it all enjoyable. I'm like anybody. There might be days that I maybe, is late, get back from a game, or, maybe just aren't feeling the best. But boy, when I get here, I love being here. I have great people that I work with in the office. I have amazing teachers, students, and for me, it's all about the people. And I just love the people I work with. And sure, we're all unique, we're all different, but that's what makes it fun and exciting. And I love when I'm able to show the school to a new family, a prospective new student. So if you're watching and you'd like to come check out LaVille, I'd love to show it to you. So that is always fun for me. But for me, the LaVille Experience all centers around the people and just how we can all together just do what we can for every single student here and try to get them to experience and to see the potential that they have.
I would say for me, it's the bonds that we're forming with not only the students, but the staff members as well. And we have that homey-like feeling here.
Agree. And I would say me coming here, again, just being here a short period of time as a family environment, I think it really does. I think that people care about each other. People want individuals to succeed here and want to do what they can to help them do so. So to me, it's very exciting. This is the smallest corporation I've ever worked in, and it is really good. I've been in Indianapolis Public Schools, Marion Community Schools. Marion's probably 3 times the size of LaVille, and Indianapolis is probably 20 times the size of LaVille. So it's been, to me, just a great opportunity to number one, live 5 minutes from my house, and number two, to bond with, again, some great people quick. The thing I'll say is that we have all the way to the school board, we have individuals that just want us to succeed and want to give us the resources. So I'm fortunate that in my job, that is so important. And again, it's more that family feel where I can call any of them and I don't feel like I'm talking to someone that's going to lecture. We're going to talk about what's best for kids as friends and family. So again, just grateful to be here too, and thankful for the opportunity to be part of the LaVille Experience. Well, guys, I want to thank you for coming on today. Thank you so much. And again, have a great rest of the day.